Greetings, people of the internet! It is I, the Canadian fangirl, back again for your red hot news and excitement for this week of anime and pop culture excitement. This week we are here talking about anime. I promise the anime reviews are back. It's Sword Art Online this week. A show I really want to talk about because I acknowledge. Okay, I'm gonna start it off. Sword Art Online is my guilty pleasure. I am not saying Sword Art Online is a good show. Far from it. I know the flaws Sword Art Online has, but I really personally love it, even with it's the fact that it's not good. So, I want to talk about it and basically answer two questions that have been percolating about Sword Art Online. Is Sword Art Online a bad show? And all of the elements of it over-hated and over complained about by fans. There's a lot to say, so we're going to dive right into it. I'm expecting this is going to be long because I have a lot to say about Sword Art Online, but alright, I want to say this off. It's perfectly competent as a animation production. It is well animated. It is actually probably one of the better things I've seen animated by A1 Pictures. And anyone who knows anything about the animation know A1 Pictures is one of those series where it's like it either really good or really bad, and Sword Art Online is one of their better shows. So, but another thing, it looks really good. The fight scenes are really flashy. The character animation is really pretty. The characters are fine. It's like it's not like the characters in Sword Art Online are great, but they're also like not awful. Like I've seen worse, I've seen better. Okay, there are way worse than the anime community than Sword Art Online. I think it gets a really bad rap, but we'll get into that. Should we start with Kirito, who's probably the most I have to say? I'll start with the show. And I'm not going to throw in the SAO is bad because it's popular, because Sword Art Online got popular at a really good time. Like, this is at a time when anime was still finding its footing in the... This was the early 2010s. This was like anime was on a rise, streaming was new. So Sword Art Online coming out and getting really popular and attracting a bunch of people to it, I get. It is a good, introductory anime. Like, if you have never watched an anime before, Sword Art Online is a great way to get your feet wet. It's like, this is what anime is about. These are the types of characters. These are the tropes. This is what makes makes anime so engaging. Are they better? Yes, but as a show, for what it is, I think Sword Art Online got popular for a good reason. And I've always said that Kirito, the main character, is fine. I always have to say, at least he had a personality. Like, there is something to Kirito as a character compared to, like, the 20 or so main characters who have followed suit in the wake of Sword Art Online success. But it's like, oh, what was that? Oh, but like, oh yeah, no, compared to, like, fans people watching right now, Kirito is actually really good. And I'll only say this about Sword Art Online because this is what I think really pushes popularity. Sword Art Online is good execution. No, good premise. It's got a good premise, but poor execution. It's like, if they would have followed through on what Sword Art Online was promising in the early episodes, it probably would have been something a lot more engaging. Instead, it turned into the wacky and fun adventures of Kyoto with his home not home. And I call it home and I say home not home because it's like, well, it's not a home because Kyoto's a wife guy, but it's a home. Guy, it's a home. He's got a. If the show followed through on the whole, here's a bunch of gamers logging into this photo dive VL MMORPG. Well, they're trapped with you die in the game, you die in real life, and it was about these gamers trying to survive and just trying to live while also trying to get out of the situation. Might have been more compelling if it was focused on the trauma of these gamers, the PTSD these people had, watching your friends die horribly. Watching these people, form parties trying to beat floor bosses. Right, but they dropped that so early on, and the show just kind of devolved into just fantasy slub. That, like, well, yeah, I'm glad I watched it, but it's like, this show that was promised early on could have been so much better than what we got. Which is, but like, always say this, like, I'm glad that folks arc should have been full season 1. The fact that they get out of Sword Art Online, they get out of Ironclad by episode 15. By episode 15, Kirito has beaten the big boss, freed these people from SAO, woke up, and the show was only and the first season is only halfway done. I always say it's like they could have stretched that out way more and had that been the finale of the season, but no. The second half of season 1 is the Alpine. What is it? AFO? AFO? What people call it? The Fairy Dancer? Well, they go into a completely new VR RPG. This one, they're fairy, they can fly, which has problems with its own thing, mainly with what they do to Asuna. It's like, did anyone want to? We'll get to that, because SAO's got a problem with that, but. So yeah, it ends on a weak note, because who wanted to see that? Or maybe who did. No, not SAO's fan base. But season 2 is had a decent stuff, like stuff with the stuff with gun game on, or the bullets of blood. This death game thing in the other VR MMORPG, well, instead of sword and sorcery, it's real time. It's like shooter combat, and I'll shoot people with like real guns or virtual guns, because and that's decent, because I think Sion as a character is interesting enough, and teaming up Sion with Kirito is fun. There's some cool stuff in that. Shame that's something else season, because I think they could have done something really interesting with that. Sword Art Online's good. That's the thing. Sword Art Online's good idea. They are very poorly executed. Because then they send 3 episodes on that Excalibur side quest, well, they'll on this weird mission trying to find a really cool sword. Then we get the stuff with Asuna meeting with Yuki and her party, which is really cute and gives Asuna a bit more to a character. Shame that the end of season 2 is horribly total shift. It's like, oh, this is cute. Oh, you keep dying. It's like, what a frick total shift. Like, that is so jarring. That's like, oh yeah, here's this fun adventures in this fantasy RPG type game. Well, they're just being brought in. Oh, play the fact that Yuki's in the hospital dying of. What's he dying? I don't know what she's done. I don't know what she's done. Did they say AIDS? I can't remember. I don't know what she's doing. Inflicted some disease, and she's plugged into the phone drive going to the hospital, but she's also dying. It's like total. It's like it's like yeah, I guess that's another character. It's like it's got good pathos, but it's like so I don't want to feel for what storyline is. It's like this is not a route the show should take. It's like, oh, here's Felix Tommy in a show that does not deserve it at all. But then you get the Order Scale movies I didn't. Okay, folks. But then you get Alicization with season 3, which I actually do like. That first season of Alicization of this new virtual world, the underworld being built by the Japanese, and like they're growing like AI because they're trying to like develop AI systems. Whatever, like character development of that with Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice. Oh, great! I like and Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice are great characters. I think they're really great in that first half of Alicization. And then War of the Underworld is fun action. It helps that for most of War of the Underworld, Kirito's in a coma. Like, Kirito's really in a coma and out of the action, like, most of War of the Underworld that shows up at the end. It's like, yep. It's like, no one could have done this. This is the only thing that Kirito could have done. It's so too bad because Kirito is awesome. It's like, I get what people are talking about Kirito's character, but whatever. And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not talking about Sword Art Alternative, the Gun Gale Alternative, that other Gun Gale series. I'm not talking about that. That's a completely different thing. That being said, SAO did get the progressive movies. I saw Chirello of a Deep Night in Seattle back in 2022. And SAO progressive is really good. It's more interesting. Making Asuna the main character, I think, helps because Asuna's got way more to a character than you would think, and Kirito being the supporting character who comes in for Asuna's story is way more interesting than Asuna being a supporting character in Kirito's. Because Asuna's story is really good and progressive, and that's the one thing. That's the one thing about Asuna that I think bugs a lot of people, and it is an issue, is Asuna becomes so weak as the story goes on. Like, they end the deal on season 1 as being this surprisingly headstrong, independent, fighter who is like, who can like, fight on equal plane with Kirito. She's got this drive to get out of SAO. Then you get to the romance, and everything about Asuna is basically just Kirito support. Like, except for maybe the fairy dad stuff where she's literally held captive. And it's like, her whole purpose is, oh wow, by the way, this really creepy dude is holding her hostage and Kirito's gonna fight for her. It's like, progressive! And then she's literally just Kirito support for like all of season 2. And Alicization, and she gets something to do in War of the Underworld, but it's not much. Much more, though, it's like... And they're wrong with anyway, I like Kirito Asuna's romance. I think it's fine. It isn't really rushed, and they're a really bland couple. Like, it always bugs me watching that first season of Sword Art Online. Well, it's like, other introduced, they have this interesting dynamic in the earlier episode where it's like, I buy their chemistry, I get why they would get together, because it's not they have no chemistry, it's not they have bad chemistry, because They're not toxic. They can either make Kirito and Asuma toxic for each other, but it's like, no, I get no chemistry. But when they realize that they're in love and they kiss, and in the very next episode they're like honeymooning in a cabin and they're basically married because that's the thing you can do in SAO, it's like, they just kissed the last minute, the last episode. They're already ready. They already bought a cabin. And in the exact same episode, they get their little AI daughter and Yui, who spends the rest of the show just affected with her mom and dad. It's like, God, this is rushed. But yeah, watching the Ordo Scale movie, it's like, no, they have good chemistry. They're not a really bland couple. But like, yeah, they could have been a bad couple and made them wholly toxic with each other. But it's like, no, they're not toxic. And it felt like they have no chemistry. Well, it's like, I don't know why they're together. They look like they have to be friends. It's like, no, I buy them as a couple. I think they're bland. What's even Kirito and Asuma are really bland characters because the writing in the show is not good. Maybe because Asuma is just one of like 5 other female characters that Kirito has in not home, because you have Elizabeth, Female, Lisa, Xenon, Alice, who are all just there to be what they are. They're other females to basically raise up Kirito as basically the awesome fighter. And the other girls do nothing other than being like, hi, we exist, we're this pretty. It's like, really, with it, Suga got something being Kirito's little sister, but like, that is a problematic as all hell. Like, at least Xenon gets some interesting development in when they get to the Gun Gale stuff in season 2, and Alice has an interesting character characterization, but that's really it. Also, I was watching season 2 of Alicization. It's like, is this Chen really no chemistry with Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, what's the end of Alicization and this Kirito's, despair at losing Yu-Gi-Oh? It's like, and I am sure someone will go someone's gonna write a fanfic that will Kirito as Yu-Gi-Oh. There's no way. But like, I've always thought Yu-Gi-Oh as a blonde Kirito, because like, he's just another dude, and Kirito basically cheating him to be a Gaily Steel. And I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but yeah, he's the second Kirito. And I'm gonna say this right now. Sword Art Online really needs to stop sexually assaulting its female characters. It is so awkward watching Sword Art Online and just seeing all the female characters and to some extent get a SA scene where it's like, I don't know why they think this is compelling job. Please stop doing it. This is weird. And that's why people don't like the fairy dance stuff, where it's like, oh yeah, Arthur spends most of it trapped in a cage. Well, there's like a really creepy guy who's non-consensually, lusting after her, was ended a weird SA scene that killed and Kirito got punched the dude. It's like, you could have made the dude. Oh, like, did you have to give that to the character? It's like, what that add making Arthur look even worse? It's like, and like, Theon gets that too in season 2, which is getting, blusted upon by the dude in the BOB thing at the end of the Gun Gale stuff. Lisa gets to have it out, and they just like, stop doing as stupid female character SAO. It is gross. But, so, when people say they don't like SAO, they bring up that, and like, I don't blame them because it shouldn't be there. It's like, no! Get it off the screen! Get it off the screen! And I can't do really too much with SAO. I think people look back on Sword Art Online, and like at the time, at the time, this was different for anime. Now we can look back at Sword Art Online and see the influence that it had on both the fantasy genre of anime in general and also on main characters, because every anime nowadays has to have a Sword Art Online inspired setting and a main character that there's a reason we call main characters now Kiritos, potato cons, it's like, and like the idea that now main characters in fantasy areas have to be overpowered dudes with this riz who are so OP and cool with the black coat that they can just swing a sword and beat things without breaking a sweat and still get the home of beautiful anime women falling over them while having the personality of a potato sack. It's like, God, that's an issue, and I know we all hate that. We'll really become Kyoto. Kyoto did inspire a new generation of anime protagonists doing that. Although I always say this, that compared to a lot of the inspiration we see nowadays, Kyoto's got a personality. Like this is not Kyoto. Like, he's overpowered because he's a beetle. He's overpowered because he was a beta tester, so we played the game before. We also know that his game before going to SAO. He got this weird situation with his family because it then implies that his parents are dead and that his family and the show are really his aunt, uncle, and cousin. It didn't imply that Sugu was actually not his little sister. She's his little cousin, but they grew up together. And his real parents are dead. I don't know if they're implying that somewhere in season 1, and that people are like, it doesn't include that relationship, it's still problematic as shit, but it's like, so, and you know that, and, not Subaru. Wrong Isekai! Kids have also got that thing where it's like he wants to go into, like, AI development, because he was talking to the AI guy in the end of season 2 about helping to build the future of AI, which is why he got in the Otherworld project with the Alicization. But like, he's got a personality and a character, which is more than you can say for half of the main characters that have been inspired by Kyoto, who are literally just audience self-insults. So, again, it's not much, but we got something. And it's like, as a bare bones protagonist, I think Kyoto works as an MC, but, more on that. Season 1 was the first time we really saw a main character like Kirito. We've seen a main character, but when we saw a main character kind of be a overpowered Giga Chad before Giga Chad was a world sanctioned of this overpowered, breaker. Like, I don't know if we really saw that in a main character, so it was new, and this is also the first time we really saw a fantasy world like this, with the video game setting, and the stat screen, and the HUD menus, and everything was explained in gay terms, like, EXP grinding, and talking about leveling up, and, explaining the fantasy in terms of video game logic, with maybe it wasn't new at the time, but it was just with I don't know, maybe it wasn't an original idea for an anime because I think Dot Hat was we had Dot Hat that, but it's like it was different. So like, it was a different fantasy setting than anything we've seen at that time. So looking at it as going back in like 10, 20 years to when SAO was new, yeah, you get why this would have become popular in the first place because it was exciting to see this video game world kind of come to life and show what you can do with it. Now, the fact that every fantasy since Sword Online is doing video game inspired worlds where they don't have to be, because like every single fantasy world now is run on video game logic, which makes no sense. The only reason it's a video game in SAO. That's why they're running on video game logic. When these shows are doing it nowadays, it makes no sense. It's just there for the Final Fantasy. So things did change because of Sword Art Online. I acknowledge that. I don't think anime would be what it is today without SAO. For better and for worse, because I think that if Sword Art Online didn't get popular, we probably wouldn't see a lot of other shows get popular. So it did bring acknowledgement and awareness into two anime, like people have along, but I don't remember that first season of SAO. It ran on Netflix. So, and that's Netflix. People can watch it with a Netflix account. You know, I don't like. So, and you know, like people who don't care about plot, they're watching the show and like, here this stupid adventure series about this overpowered gamer and his home of hot anime women that's fawning over them, and it's fun to watch. It's like there's no substance to it. It is also no substance, but it is entertaining substance. So it is entertaining as all hell get out. It's like if you're not taking it seriously, it is a lot of fun. So it's funny when you get to like World of the Underworld and the show is trying to take itself seriously. It's like, no, SAO, stop taking yourself seriously. You are a trash series that, like, I was watching Alpha recently just to, because I never finished World of the Underworld, so I was watching the end of it. Watching that episode when Kirito comes back and he flashes back to, like, all of the death he saw, and leading up to that point, and they reference episode 3, with Sachi. And it's like, that's the first time that we were reminded that was an issue since that episode. It's like if Kirito had an issue with all the death he's seen, that should be way more of this Kirito than it is, and it's not, so it's fun when they bring that up. Like, people are watching Sword Art Online because it's a power fantasy. They're not watching it for whatever the heck the story is. Like, all the villains in this show are jokes. All this dudes who are doing it for reasons. I think the show even acknowledges that when King was talking to the dude at the end of the Iron Cradle, because like, why did you do that? His point is, I don't know. It's like I don't know why it was too trying to get online this differently. But I love when watching Alicization, they keep flashing back to the dudes in the ocean tunnel, and they're doing the hacking shit. They're doing the hack, and they're talking about the Alicization, flux light, because the AI, because they're being taken over the Americans who are trying to steal it. It's like, if this was a good plot point, but it's like, the society they're programming the virtual world. Like, no one's telling them that. They want to kill no fighting dude. So, but we got 3 seasons of Sword Art Online with 3 movies. I'm curious if we're gonna get a third, we're gonna get another progressive movie because I don't feel they can probably tell more with the progressive storyline, but, and Gunpowder and Elizabeth came back, so there's no saying what, A1 Pictures are gonna do. And I'm always impressed with, Sword Art Online, in that it's a full, the full 20 plus, seasons. Well, you have 20 episodes in each season, which is a regular format. Like, yeah, these are not just half season of 13 episodes each. These are full 20 episode seasons, so you get a lot of SAO, which is nice. And I will say, you can't hate Sword Art Online because it gave us Sword Art Online abridged. It's like, you can't hate it for that. Like, it gave us the abridged series. This is hilarious. Like, oh my god, I love the abridged series is so good. I know this is better writing than the actual show does, but I think it's really telling about the fan base of Sword Art Online, which is funny. One thing I want to say before we log off. We are in 2025. Where are our full drive VR headsets? Where's the nose deal? In the other words, SAO launched in 2022. They got out in 2024. Season 3 takes place in 2026. Where's the VR? VR in real life is nowhere near what VR is in this world. Like, when are we gonna get the nose deal? When are we gonna get our full, plugged-in helmet? I mean, that's, full plugged-in helmet with, like, with a full drive setup. It's like, yeah. Like, we're making a Sword Art Online in real life. We are 1 year away from the events of Alphization. But, yeah. Sword Art Online is a guilty pleasure. It's not good. I am not going to sit there and defend it if people have a different point to get it Sword Art Online, because people are right. It's not a good show. But I've seen far worse anime. There are anime on my A1 picture that are the way worse than Sword Art Online. It is entertaining. Don't take it seriously. It is a fun, guilty pleasure to watch. And it got popular for a reason. Like, I think people liked this interesting enough setup with this really good hook that was just good enough that it enticed just enough people to watch it, and got people to look at anime in a way that I don't think too many people would have. And for all the issues, and yeah, for everything that Sword Art Online has done for the community with the manga and fantasy, it's also what's a good manga anime. So, I mean, I got a Sword Art Online pin. I have Sword Art Online posters on my wall, which you probably can't see in the setup. I'll take a picture and post it on Instagram. I'm probably gonna make that room, but that's Sword Art Online. Thanks for listening to me ramble half an hour about my guilty pleasure pick. So, we'll be back next week with more anime reviews. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast over on Spotify. That helps the algorithm let us know that we exist. Share this podcast on your social media with your friends and the strangers to help grow the audience. Leave a comment down below. If you read the description, the comments are below the description. Leave a comment about whether or not you think SAO is fun. If you like SAO, whether or not it's a good one for you, or if you genuinely ironically like it. Follow me on all my socials: Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my Twitch. I am on YouTube, Pokemon J Fan at that Canadian Fan Go. Go watch the podcast over there, give me a like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching over there. Help boost the YouTube channel. I'm probably gonna post a video I made a couple years ago for my trip to Japan when I got this button. When I got my poster. So, look for that. Wattpad and fan figures for anything I write. No gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep community. If you like something, you're a fan of it. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. And remember, when people ask what fangirl do you listen to, it is that Canadian fangirl. Which Canadian fangirl? That Canadian fangirl. Alright. There you go, people.